Okay, first I'm going to start off by showing you how to create and use the layer function in Fireworks. Make sure your layers window is open, and whenever you open a new file it will always start with layer 1. I'm just going to draw a very simple shape here. Draw a circle, and then let's see, I'll change my color here and I'll draw a rectangle. Okay, so I have a purple square and purple circle and a green rectangle. Now, you'll see that both of these objects, these are now vector images. That means they were created using mathematical formulas. They both show up as separate windows underneath layer 1. If I want to see only the purple circle, I can choose to hide the green box. Clicking on the eye will either show or hide various layers. These are actually two different layers in the same folder. Okay. Now, I can move the purple circle around, or I can select the green box and move that around. Sometimes you may want to lock a layer so that it can't be moved. This is very useful if you have a lot of images on the page and you want to only move one thing. Now, to lock a layer, simply click in this area. When my purple circle is locked, I can no longer move it. It's not an option. Okay. Now I want to show you how to make a new layer. To make a new layer, simply go up to your Options menu and click New Layer. I'm just going to call this new layer New Shape. It doesn't really matter what you call your layers. Just you may need to use them to keep yourself organized. Okay, so in my new shape layer, I'm going to make a star. Let's make it yellow. Okay. And so now I have a yellow star on my screen. This yellow star is a separate layer from the green rectangle and the purple circle, and now this is separate. Notice that as I click on the objects, the layers menu over here on the right changes to show which option I have selected. Okay. I can overlap these images, much the same as in PowerPoint. And right now, the star's in front, the rectangle's next, and the circle is last. You should notice that that's the order that the layers go in. Star on top of rectangle on top of circle. If I choose to put the star behind the rest of my objects, I can move it. And by moving the star, I can change the order that the different layers go in. I can rearrange the layers in different folders so that now the rectangle is in the new shape folder. And all this is very useful when reorganizing images. I'm going to go back to the star for a minute and talk about these extra points. I'm sure you've recognized by now that you can change the size of an object by stretching the corner. But you can also change some other properties by using these smaller yellow handles. So you can see what changing some of these options does to the star. that's just another way you can change your shapes of your images. Okay, if I want to rename any of my layers, all I have to do is double click and I can create new names for those. Now I'm going to import a new picture as a new layer. So first I have to open the file. Just going to go into my clip art file here, and I'm going to import a balloon. I have a picture of a balloon. Okay. This opens up as a new file called balloon. I still have my old file up here at the top. And what I want to do is take this balloon and drag it into my other picture. So, let me actually close some of these out. That's good enough. Okay, so I'm going to start by zooming out a little bit so I can see this better. And I'm going to get rid of the background using my magic wand tool. So I've deleted the background. Okay, so now I'm going to select the entire picture. So I've selected all of this, and I'm going to tile my images. I don't want to work with this one right now or this one, but I do want these two open. And now with this balloon selected, I'm just going to drag it into this picture. Now you can see that the balloon shows up as an entirely new layer, but the balloon is also much too big to fit on this screen. So to resize the balloon, all I have to do is grab a hold of my blue line out here to resize the vector. Now a little tip you can use is to hold down the Shift key while you're doing this, and then it will keep the length and the width proportional so that your balloon doesn't appear too tall or too wide. So I've just resized my balloon so that it appears normal on the page, and because the balloon is over the star, it shows up on top of it. But again, I can rearrange my page to look the way I want it to look.